She's stable.
Beautiful, man. Yeah, man. All praises to Yahweh Shemel Shai, man. The word goes out freely. Do you know what I mean? Like the brother brought out, no charge here. You know what I mean? So yeah, bring out some news. What's been happening, man? So just a quick one. Denmark. I've been planning a compulsory military conscription for women. So basically, the Nordic country seeks to boost the size of its armed forces. So they're literally making women sign up for the army in Denmark. Yeah, madness. What's it? There's an Amazon shop here. I didn't know this. It's been there since. God, you got something? Go on.
That one.
Yeah, go on.
Is that more on the war stuff?
No, there's more, but that was just a quick one. Yeah. Basically, I don't know if you lot have seen it, but there's Amazon fresh stores.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Yeah, and they've been out for years. Since 2021 they're saying. But yeah, that's what's, you know. There's some in London and all that. You just walk in, you pick up everything you want, put it in a bag and walk out, and then it gives you the receipt.
For free?
No,
but you do it like that?
Yeah, it's all virtual, like, so. Yeah, that's gonna be that's gonna be a thing for the mark, isn't it? Like they're gonna push that hard. You can get it, but that's what they're doing. They're saying they will let customers walk in, pick up what they want and walk out without having to pay at a cash register. The items appear on a virtual receipt linked to the customer's Amazon account moments later. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I didn't know this, but yeah, they've been out since like what, 2021 they've been out still. But yeah, I'll just move on as well. What's it? In Peru, there's been thousands of protesters across the country poured into a place called Lima, yeah, to do a march, basically demanding the resignation of President Dina Boluarte, or whatever his name is. After 6 weeks of turmoil that's killed more than 50 people, including a police officer, and 8 people have died as well in results of strikes and blockades. And that's carrying on now as well. This was like a few days ago, like maybe, it's still happening right now. So yeah, if you want to get 2nd Ezra 15 and 15.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse 15. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor priests, nor crews, nor the crews of their actions shall stand in their power.
Yeah, man, and that's mainly our people out there as well, man. Peru, do you know what I mean? And it's only going to have a trickle effect onto other places as well, man. So yeah, what's it? And Israel and the US have conducted a massive drill, like a war drill, in the in the show of strength against Iran. The drill was called Juniper Oak 2023. It involves 140 aircraft, 12 naval vessels and artillery systems from both countries. The drill is meant to show adversaries like Iran that Washington is not distracted enough by the war in Ukraine and the threat from China to mobilize a military force. So they're basically doing these drills to show China and Iran that, listen, yeah, they're not scared still. Do you know what I mean? Even though there's a lot happening in Ukraine and that, they're not scared to bring out military force, which is mad still.
This is the book of Obadiah chapter 3, chapter 1 and verse 3. The pride of thine heart deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the cliff of the rocks, whose habitation is high, that sayeth in their heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Though they exalt themselves as the eagle, and though they set their nest among the stars, thence will I bring them down, saith Yahweh.
And they're still saying that today, even though remember when we put it out about them doing simulations against and they know they'll lose. They'll know they'll lose. And they're still talking proudly. That's that proud of Esau, isn't it? Right to the end, he's still gonna lift up. He says, even when the Most High.
They're using the Air Force.
They're
using the Air Force, right? That's the ego tactics. Right?
That's it, man.
Himself as the ego.
What's it? The U.S. Coast Guard confirmed it is monitoring a suspicious Russian ship that has been sailing off the coast of Hawaii. The ship is believed to be a Russian intelligence vessel. Remember, there was another one not long ago in the going across the top of us, like UK and that. Now there's it might be the same one, but it's going over. It's in America now, near Hawaii. So yeah, the Russians are on this thing right about now. What's it? Russia will create new commands near Europe as it expands its military to 1.5 million people amid deepening tensions with the US and its allies over the Kremlin's invasion of Ukraine. So Russia are just getting more and more built up right about now, because it looks like they're about to do something still. Do you know what I mean?
Book of Ezekiel 39 and what? 1?
Yeah.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 39 and verse 1. Therefore, thou son of man, prophesy against Gog, and say, thus saith Yahweh thy power, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tabor.
That's Moscow, isn't it?
Moscow.
That's another way of saying Moscow.
Yeah, Meshach, innit? Yeah. Man, these are ancient names, man. These go keep it in.
Khan, I will turn thee back and leave but 6 parts of thee, and I will cause thee to come forth from the north parts, and I will bring upon the mountains of Israel, and I will smite thy bow out of thy left hand, and I will cause thine arrows to fall out of thy right hand, and thou shalt fall upon the mountains of Israel, and thou all thy bands, and the people that is with thee. I will give thee unto the ravenous birds of prey, every sort, and the beast of the field to be devoured.
Right, man. So yeah, man, a nuclear war is gonna happen.
Go to chapter 38 and verse 1 as well.
Ezekiel 38.
And finish at from 1 to like 6.
Ezekiel chapter 38 and verse 1.
So that first one,
That 39, Ezekiel 39 was talking about how he's going to smite basically the Kremlin. That's cool. The Kremlin, man. We're talking about the BRICS, Brazil, India, Russia, China, all of them guys they're going to smite the Gog and Magog, man. So Gog and Magog is basically talking about the Russians and the Turkish and that.
38.
His phone's playing up.
Oh, okay. Go on, read it.
Yeah?
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 38 and verse 1, and it reads, and the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tabor, and prophesy against him, and say, thus saith the Lord thy power.
So that's Russia, man. Prophesy against
him, yeah,
against Russia.
Behold, I am against thee, O Gog, chief prince of Meshach and Tabor. I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth from all thy army.
And the hooks in the jaws.
A jaw is on what? You know the word shah? Shah. It means to what? Destroy. And it means teeth. The word shah in the Hebrew. Now, what it is? We're just going off of the Hebrew dialect. The word shah is S-H-A, right? Shah.
and that means this is
W, it's a W.
yeah, this is shah. This is the
okay,
word
okay,
shah,
yeah.
and it's a depiction of teeth. So jaws, it means to destroy. It's a weapon. It's a weapon. Your teeth. You know, if you get in a tussle, and then what you end up doing, do a Mike Tyson, innit? Rip his hair off, right? Right? And he's gonna put hooks in his jaw, meaning he's gonna make his arsenal even more stronger. You know what I mean? Imagine having teeth and then hooks in the teeth.
So it makes it stronger.
Makes it more of a destruction, more of a destruction jaw. Right? Read it again, so you get more.
I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws and bring thee forth, and all the army, horses and horsemen, and all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, and all of them handling swords. Persia, Ethiopia, Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet. Gomer and his bands, and the house of Tomark, and the house of Togarmah, and of the north quarters, and in all of the bands, and many people with thee. Be thou prepared, and prepare thyself, for thou and all thy company are assembled unto thee.
See, that's the part. That's the part. All his company.
Yes. And you just brought it
So that's
out
just
as well.
talking about all the bricks, all the Goma, Togarmah, all of these countries are assembling. Are assembling with who? With Russia, man. That's why it says, shall say if Satan cast out Satan, his kingdom can't stand. These are meant to be all in confederate against the Israelites, to keep us not knowing who we are. Now the Ezekiel prophecies, they're coming to pass. Like this never happened back in Ezekiel's time. This is happening in now's time. Prophesy against Ezekiel.
Even like 100 years ago, that weren't happening.
Yeah, and they will say, oh no, this was First World War, the Second World War. No. It's just,
involved in this as well, helping.
everybody is involved in this. Now this is why we've got them. They're gonna go and fight where in the valley of Jehoshaphat, where all nations are gonna go and fight for what they to hold on to the string of being of the Israelites, basically. Man. They're holding on to their little string that they've got left, because we know this world is gonna be destroyed, man.
That's right. And modern day Persia is Iran as well.
This is the book of Zechariah chapter 1 and verse 20. And Yahweh showed me 4 carpenters. Then said I, what come these to do? And he spake, saying, these are the horns which are scattered, which have scattered Judah, so that no man did lift up his hand, his head. But these are come to fray them, to cast out the horns of the Gentiles, which lift up their horns over the land of Judah, to scatter it.
Yeah, just the other nations, man. Just basically saying all them nations that come up against us, man. Don't think just because they're Russian or they're Indian or the Kushites or whatever, you know what I mean? South Africans and that. Don't think, they're all part of it, man. Right, they're all part of it, bro. Like the Turkish, they're all getting judgment. That's why the Ezekiel says prophesy against them, man.
What's it? They're saying the global population growth has slowed dramatically, and birth rates have actually fallen well below replacement level in many industrialized nations. So, you know, when I think of that, I thought of Obadiah 1 and 2.
Praying in the street.
And he's looking at him like, what the heck?
As we were saying it, man.
Because it's not all nations that are becoming like, that are becoming, their birth rates dropping. It's not all nations that are doing that.
This is the book of Obadiah chapter 1 and verse 2. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised.
And that's what we see really, man. We see negative birth rates in Edomites. Do you know what I mean?
Exodus, is it Exodus 1? Exodus 1 and verse 10.
So when they say, it's happening, global population in industrialized nations, that's not talking about all nations. Do you know what I mean? That's talking about a specific type of people. You know what I mean? Yeah, Shalom.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 1 and verse 10. Come on, let us deal wisely with them.
Start at verse 8.
Verse 8. Now there arose up a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph. And he said unto his people, Behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we. Come, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply. And it come to pass that when we are fallen out of any war, they join also unto our enemies and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land.
Yes, and that's that Psalms 83. That was happening back then, man. They're dealing subtly with them, because no matter what Israel did, they always prosper. You know, even in captivity, they're still breeding up. Do you know what I mean? They tried to kill all the men, innit, so that they can. Yeah, but it's still, the Most High still had mercy upon the nation, innit. So, you know what I mean? There's nothing that these other nations can do to try and stop it. The Most High is still gonna always bring his nation.
And as it says, right, it's Sodom. We're in the land of Sodom and Egypt. So that same vibration that happened to us in Egypt, we got today with all these abortions, man. And now it's not the heathens that want to kill us. Our own women want to kill their own children, and they're profitable by being single parents, and then just getting rid of the children and putting them into foster care, man.
And then
That's that Stockholm syndrome, isn't it? Nowadays.
And I was gonna say that's why even they pay our women to rap about saying abominations. Oh yeah, getting a plan B, future and all them, man. Oh, make her take a plan B. All of these things to destroy the birth of our children. It's madness.
Listen, they make the women rap like the men, talking about they got bigger balls than man.
They got waps in that. They got waps in that.
Like, what's it, MA or something?
All of them.
Young MA and all them people there. Madness.
The dykes.
Yeah, proper. It's crazy, man. But yeah, there's this thing now, the doomsday clock. Yeah, the doomsday clock has gone from 100 seconds to 90 seconds. Yeah, the clock was created in after Hiroshima, the bombing in Japan. Yeah,
The bombing,
the nuclear bomb. Yeah,
bomb.
yeah. That basically it was to bring to the awareness of the world that listen, these lot are all gonna destroy themselves at a certain time. But we already know that the Most High has already ordained that. So they're only making a carnal clock when really we've been watching the spiritual clock.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Do you want to get me 2nd Ezra? 14. Yeah, 2nd Ezra 14 and 10. I'll finish on 12.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 14. And verse 10. For the world hath lost his youth, and the time began to wax old. For the world is divided unto 12 parts, and the 10th part of it are gone already, and half of a 10th part. And there remaineth that which is after the half of the 10th part.
Yeah, man. So in Ezra's time, he already had a clock. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what was it at? 10 to, isn't it? 10 to 12.
10 and a half,
Yeah. So now, and that's kind of spiritual as well, because really and truly, if you just put it into the way they're doing the minutes now, it's kind of the same, really. I mean, there's
12 hours, yeah.
yeah, exactly.
It's a 12-hour clock. Yeah, it's a 12-hour clock, and that was at 10 and a half.
Yeah.
That's in Ezra's time.
Like, that's like,
And Ezra's time was when? Before, with Nehemiah. Before in the time of the Persians, man.
so it was 700 BC.
Because it was the Babylonians, then the Persians, right? So that's after after Nebuchadnezzar. Bro.
Yeah, it'd be around 700 BC.
After Daniel.
When Daniel's was about 580.
Yeah, so after
A
Daniel.
couple hundred years
Right.
later.
Yeah, so that was 10. And that was Daniel's time.
Yeah,
You think that's a long time away, bro?
Very long time.
But that was the 10th part. So imagine how much was going on before Daniel's time.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And that's why it says there's nothing new under the sun.
That's right. That's right.
So this is the book of Daniel. This is the book of Daniel, chapter 2 and verse. Well, where should we go? Let's start at 40. Daniel 2 and 40. And the fourth kingdom shall be strong as iron, for as much as iron breaketh in pieces, and subdue all things, and iron that breaketh all these shall break in pieces and bruise. Whereas thou sawest the feet and toes, part of potter's clay and part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided, but there shall be in it of the strength of the iron, as much as thou sawest the iron mixed with miry clay. And as the toes of the feet were part of iron and part of clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken. And whereas thou sawest iron mixed with miry clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men, but they shall not cleave one to another, even as iron is not mixed with clay.
That's the turns right now, man. You can see these kingdoms, these people, these nations like the EU and that, like falling apart. You know, that's the Brexit. That's the feet, the iron feet and clay. Do you know what I mean? Because as much as it's strong, it's got the military might and all that. A house divided against itself shall not stand.
Caucasians fighting Caucasians.
Yeah. Exactly. That's what the part of miry clay
Because
is.
Russia means the Caucasus Mountains of Russia, isn't it?
That's right.
Caucasians fighting Caucasians, man.
That's right. Straight. You got something? Yeah, go.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 16 and verse 13.
Read that. Yeah.
And I saw 3 unclean spirits, like the frog, come out of the mouth of the dragon, out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet. For they are the spirits of devils working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world, to gather them to battle of that great day of Yahweh Almighty. Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his naked, and they see his shame. And he gathered them together in the place where it's called in the Hebrew Armageddon.
That's why we need to be watching, man. Because of it, it's just gonna come like a thief in the night, man.
Before that as well, it says that's when
That's what I'm saying. They're all gonna gather themselves together to go where? To the valley of Jehoshaphat, man. That's the revelations backing up what they were saying in Joel and in Zephaniah and stuff, man. No, sorry, Zechariah.
Right, man. So yeah, prophecies are coming to pass, man. And there's one more, I think. What's it? The world elites have stated there's a very big chance that there will be a major cyber attack within 2 years. Yeah? Yeah, that's what they're claiming. And that's them gearing people up, innit? So that when it does happen, do you know what I mean? Yeah, they was involved possibly. Yeah, this was at that World Economic meeting a few weeks ago still. And another thing, they're trying to push this central bank digital currencies. It's like as soon as possible now. Certain countries, they're having to do it already. Do Do you know what I mean? And that's so, like, come on, why would you want to put your finances and all that into a digital currency when they're telling you that within 2 years there might be a major blackout? That don't make no sense. Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, what's it? Do you want to get me Jeremiah 13 and 15? Jeremiah 13 and 15.
This is the,
No.
this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30. You said.
13.
This is the book of Jeremiah.
What, this guy?
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30, verse 15. Hear ye and give ear. Be not proud, for the Lord has spoken. Give the glory to the Yahweh our power. Before he causes darkness, and before your feet tremble, slacker, stumble upon the dark mountains. And while ye look for light, he turn it into the shadow of death, and make it a gross darkness.
So that's what I mean. They're not going to be able, it's going to be all of the Most High, man. When all these blackouts happen, this is a gross darkness that the Most High is going to bring. So there's nothing you can do about it, really, innit? So I don't know why people, you know, you don't even want to be going down that route of digital this, digital that, digital currencies. Yeah, that's what they're trying to push. They're trying to push that still. But they're trying to do a central banking one though, innit? When really Bitcoin's been about for what? How many years? Do you know what I mean? And they're not messing with that, but they want to do and the reason why is so that they can
Monetize everything.
yes, so they can centralize it. You know what I mean? Yeah, because that's what the whole cryptocurrency was about. The fact that it's decentralized. So it doesn't go to a central database. You know what I mean?
And
It's all
because
anonymous.
They ain't got the dirty, stinking hands on it.
Yeah.
That's why they wanna do it their way, innit? And then make it a Babylon thing. Remember even like the music, Elvis Presley stealing all our tunes and that.
There's a little bit that I want to add on with the Russia. So Russia's now building up themselves, getting up themselves to fight against NATO, and saying that they're going to war with the NATO's nation now because they'll be supplying Ukraine with arms. So they're saying that they're all at war with the NATO now because they've been supplying Ukraine with armory, trying to do it under the table and tanks and everything. So yeah, so they're coming for the NATO nations now.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, look, so yeah, they're coming for each other. Satan cast out Satan, man. Bring that out.
This is the book.
Yeah, no, after this we're closing out. It's up to you, man. We're gonna take the closing out scriptures, and we're gonna close out soon, man. It's good that you stayed, man. I know first time out is let's not that. But I got Satan cast out Satan.
This is the book. Yeah. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 16 and verse 24. 23. But I turned and said, no, that's not the one. That's Peter Satan. Oh, yeah, that's not the one. Oh, no, that's not the one.
Satan cast out Satan.
Slack it, Joe. There we go. So, the pair of us.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 12 and verse 26. And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall his kingdom stand?
Yeah, Satan is casting out himself. His kingdom ain't standing, man. So look, I've got a couple scriptures, couple news stories as well. So 21-year-old English army veteran, all right, spills the beans, and now they're calling him a terrorist, man, committing treason. Now that's why Satan is casting out. He can't stand up against himself, man. So they're worried about us going to Finsbury Park talking about swear words, when you need to worry about your own military service, right, spilling the beans, man. and snitching on you guys, man. Leave us alone, man. Let us just read the Bible. You got your own problems in England, man, to worry about with your own military 21-year-old youths snitching, telling the other nations about your tactics and your drills, man. Alright, so we read that already. Satan, casting out Satan. 7 dead in a synagogue outside so-called Jerusalem, because we don't know if that Jerusalem's meant to be barren, so I don't know if that's the right Jerusalem they got there, man. But yeah, in the Middle East, 7 of them dead. Right, that's what they're putting on the news, man. This is what I saw watching the news yesterday after on the TV, man, on ITV1. So don't shoot the messenger. We're just reading we're just saying what the news has said. You guys are dying out there and you're killing each other because the Palestinians and the Israelis, they're fighting one another. That's your thing. And then another guy died by the hands of 5 Israelites, so-called black police officers, man, in Memphis, man. Brother Tyree Nicholas, 29, in Memphis, was attacked by 5 so-called black Israelite. They were Israelite police officers, man. And I hope they weren't IUIC, man, because they're in Memphis, isn't it? IUIC. Yeah, they're in Memphis, man. They got a big church in Memphis, man. I hope they weren't you damn IUIC police officers attacking an you know what I mean, one of your members, because that's what they said, right? They'll get their members to attack. You understand? Yo, sister, you good? Love, yeah? You're an Israelite. Keep the commandments. And that's what it's about, man. I hope our brothers are not, you know what I mean? Not our brothers, because we're not affiliated. They said we're not affiliated with you guys, with any other camp. But regardless, they're Israelites, and I hope that they're not. It's not them. I hope it's not. You know what I mean? But let's read this.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 54. So the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil towards his brother, and towards the wife of his bosom, and towards the remnant of his children, which he shall lead.
So yeah, that's why you got your own police officers. You'd think would look after you in the police system. They're out there killing your own guys. So Trayvon Martin, all of those, it doesn't matter about you guys no more. We got our own niggas in the police force killing one another, man. 5 of them against one guy. You don't even know what sort of mad heads these guys have got on them to want to do that to your own brother. But on that, yeah, we're gonna bring up. Got one, you got 3 of them. Yeah, no. Remember the numbers on the other one? Yeah, other one, yeah. So yeah, let's get the closing out scriptures. Daniel 7:18, Psalms.
This is the book of Psalms 132 and verse 11. Yahweh swore in truth unto David, he will not turn from it. Of the fruit of thy body will he sit upon thy throne forever. If thy children will keep my covenant and my testimony which I shall teach them, thy children shall sit upon thy throne forevermore.
For how long?
Forevermore.
So that's how we want our children to sit up on thrones, man. Alright? The Messiah is going to come, sit on a throne and hand out crowns, man. Right, crowns of kingship. Right, read, bro.
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 7 and verse 18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom.
They're gonna beg for it.
Shall take the kingdom.
They're asking for it.
Shall take the kingdom.
We're gonna vote for it.
Shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever.
How long?
Even forever and ever and ever.
So this place is gonna come crumbling down, and the saints are taking this for. And this is going to belong to the so-called blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans forever and ever and ever and ever.
This is 2 Ezra 16 and verse 66. What will ye do, or how will ye hide your sins before the Most High and his angels? Behold, the Most High himself is the judge. Fear him, leave off from your sins, and forget your iniquities, to meddle no more with them forever. So shall the Most High lead you forth and deliver you from all trouble.
That's how we gotta get taken out of Jacob's trouble, man. Because those that fear him, right, they will watch over him in the famine and in the pestilence and in the sword, man.
This is the book of Revelations, chapter 14 and verse 8.
Read it up.
And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen.
Babylon is what?
Babylon is fallen. It's fallen, that great city, because she made all the nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
And on that, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Bahar, Rakah, Kadash, Kam Yeshua, Ma'ashem Mashiach Yahushai. Manawat.
That's what you're preaching.